Okay, so in this lesson, I'm gonna be talking about Japanese phonetics, pronunciation and stuff. So starting with the sounds, what kind of sounds does Japanese have? So as for consonants, there are these kinds of consonants usually mainly used in the standard Japanese, and as for vowels, only five are used mainly, which is a lot fewer compared to English and many other languages, I would say. And another thing to note is that most syllables consist of single or double consonants to plus vowel. That means most syllables include a vowel in them, so that makes it easier to pronounce. So because of that, Japanese pronunciation is usually regarded as an easier part in the learning process, except some other things. So one thing is pitch accents. So when speaking English, you make accents by stressing a specific part of the word, like English, completely accent like this. But in Japanese, we don't do that by we instead we change the tone pitch of a specific part of the word to make accents. Like and the accents are shown like this, like ima, like going down, iku, and watashi, 失礼します, go back up and down. So there are these patterns, these kinds of patterns, and the pattern is decided word by word basically, and it's almost completely randomly decided for each word. So basically, you need to memorize the accent pattern word by word, just like in English, pretty much. So there are some rules, kinds of rules, but those rules are not really generally applicable. So you need to memorize each word's accent pattern. And another thing to note is consistent rhythm. So when we speak Japanese, when native speakers speak Japanese, it's gonna sound like this. こんにちは。私の名前は大志です。東京出身です。So I'm not trying to, not really trying, but I'm keeping consistent rhythm as I speak. And consistent rhythm breaks, what happens is, こんにちは。私の名前は大志です。東京出身です。And it can sound a little bit awkward. So if you really want to sound fluent, consistent rhythm is something you need to keep in mind. But the accents, pitch accents and the rhythm are actually okay to ignore unless you really want to achieve the native level fluency, because it's not really essential for communication. You can still make yourself understood even though you don't get them right. And so you can ignore it, and which is actually what majority of English textbooks for learning Japanese is doing anyway. So